Caleb Berggraf joined here with the
Groning left side wing, back-to-back threes, got it! Groning with back-to-back triples herself. She's got 6 points and it's to a 9-point lead again.
Winter is here, and while the Bear is heading indoors, it certainly isn't going to hibernate. It's basketball season, and the gyms of Caribou County are heating up for this season's road to the playoffs.
Taken by Smith, Casey brings the ball forward, passes up ahead, backdoor pass to Lexi White, back to Smith who puts it up and in.
Whether it's the Soda Springs Cardinals, the Grace Grizzlies, or the North Gem Cowgirls, there is room for all in this Bears winter wonderland.
Stoddard outside, pump fakes on the three, feeds it to Christensen, wide open, splashes it home. Kyrie Christensen with a big three.
So come on in out of the cold and get yourself ready for Caribou County basketball on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Yamauchi with the basketball, fires it underneath, it's going to be White, reverse layup, and the Cardinals take a 1-point lead on Alexa White's 4th point of the game.
Local sports on KBRV 800 The Bear are brought to you by Sanders Furniture, Reed's Plumbing and Heating, Monsanto, Silver Star Communications, and by Cook Brothers Broadcasting.
To Shea Donaldson, open for three, splash it down. Shea Donaldson cuts the lead down to 1 with her first basket of the night.
We are 20 minutes away from tonight's opening tip, so let's head courtside with the voice of Caribou County Sports, Caleb Berggraf.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to the home of the West Side Pirates to another edition of Soda Springs Basketball on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. And tonight we have a treat for you coming up, as is the West Side Lady Pirates taking on the Soda Springs Cardinals. These two teams finished 1-2 in the district last year. They're sitting at 1-2 in the district this year. They're both sitting at near the rankings, if not in the rankings, as the West Side Lady Pirates are coming into this game number 4 in the state in the Idaho Sports Poll, and they've received votes in the state poll from the state media poll. For Soda Springs, they're coming in as one of the teams to watch in the Idaho Sports Poll and also are receiving votes in the state media poll. So these two teams both headed on a collision course when it comes to what is going to happen in District 5 and which team is going to be the 1 and which team will be the 2 seed coming out of this district moving forward on the season. And both teams coming in 2-0 in district play right now as well. The Soda Springs Cardinals with a win against the Malad Dragons, and then in their last contest taking down the Bear Lake Lady Bears in what was a big blowout. for Soda Springs and the Cardinals. On the other side for Westside and the Pirates, they're coming into this one with a 2-0 record after beating Aberdeen 55-41 on the road to begin the district play for them on the 19th of December. Then they turned around and in their last game on the 6th, while the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals were taking down the Bear Lake Bears, it was Westside and the Pirates taking down Malad and the Dragons in a 40-13 drubbing in that contest as well. Right here, Westside looking to try and win their 4th straight game on the season and trying to get their 12th win overall on the season as well, and move on to getting themselves that #1 seed in the District 5 tournament as that approaches on the season. As far as what the District 5 standings are looking like right now, it's really a battle between Soda Springs and Westside. They're both sitting at 2-0 in district play, 11-4 for Westside on the season and 9-4 for the Cardinals. Aberdeen comes in 7-4 on the season and is 1-1 in district play. Malad goes to 1-2. Their lone win coming against Bear Lake, who goes into it at a 1-7 record and 0-3 in the district as well. So that's a look at your standings. That's a look at your scene set here as the two teams on the court in the JV game right now are getting to the physical part of the game. 27-23 in the 4th quarter. Soda Springs right now leading the Westside JV Pirates here on the road, and we'll bring you the final score from this game. Other updates, the C team for the boys basketball team took on Snake River earlier tonight. That was a 40-32 win for the Soda Springs C team. The JV team right now is trailing 45-42 at the end of the 3rd quarter. We should have a score update coming up on that one as the JV boys for Soda Springs looking to try and get their 2nd win of this week as they take on Snake River for the 2nd time this season. We have another break coming up here on KBRV 800 The Bear. On the other side, we'll get into our standout student, brought to you by Caribou Motor Rewind on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to
Then what you're going to
this.
do is turn onto Marcy
and Brad
Avenue.
just broke up,
and go past the first
apparently
3
she's
lights
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
then drive
think
5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Here are a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of January 7th through the 13th. Grab yourself a T-bone or ribeye pork chop at $1.99 a pound. They have St. Louis-style spare ribs at $2.99 a pound. Don't forget about their 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef at $2.99 a pound. If you're looking for some fresh fruits, 6-ounce packages of raspberries or blackberries are just $2.99 each, and fresh whole pineapple is $2.99 each as well. That's some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of January 7th through the 13th. In Soda Springs.
Hey America, we need to have a little talk. We've got a lot of food in this country. We've got so much food that we can't eat it all. So how are 17 million kids in America struggling with hunger? That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and gets it to hungry kids who need it. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The JV game continuing to stay close right now here at the home of the Westside Pirates, 27-25. Let's jump into our standout student, brought to you by Caribou Motor Rewind. We had a chance to sit down with Katie Franson, a junior at Soda Springs High School. We'll be back with her comments right after this on this presentation of Soda Springs Cardinals basketball. After this word from our sponsor, Caribou Motor Rewind in Soda Springs.
For the past 32 years, the team at Caribou Motor Rewind has been specializing in pumps and electric motors, including domestic pumps for house wells. Offering parts and service, they have everything you need. The team at Caribou Motor Rewind thanks everyone in southeastern Idaho for your business and congratulates area high school students on their hard work and dedication to schoolwork and to sports. Caribou Motor Rewind, 198 North Hooper, Soda Springs. Stop in today.
Caleb Burgraff here with Katie Franson, who is a junior at Soda Springs High School. And Katie, how's the junior year been going for you so far?
My junior year's been going good. It's been harder than any other year for sure, but hard work pays off and it's been good.
I think a lot of people have said the junior year has been their hardest year whenever I've been doing these interviews. Is there anything that specifically you can think of that's made this year a little bit more difficult than other ones?
One thing for me is just how time consuming it's been, especially after hours of actually being in school.
I know one of the things that they also let you do a little bit more of in your junior years, you get a little bit more elective time and a little bit more time to choose your own classes. Has that been the case with you, and what are some of the classes you decided to take with those electives?
Yeah, that's right. I like it because it gives you a little bit more freedom and you start getting to choose like things that you're actually interested in. And so one thing that I've gotten to choose to take is chemistry, which has been hard, but it's been worth it because I feel like it'll help me in the long run.
Is that something you want to get into later on in life, is the sciences and into that type of a field?
Yes, I'm hoping to go into the medical field. And so chemistry is kind of a necessity.
What about teachers here at the high school? I know there's a lot of different teachers to choose from, but are there any teachers that have stood out to you as ones that you really enjoy taking the class with?
I don't know. They've all my different years of school, I think I've enjoyed different teachers more and less just based on how I am that year and my needs.
When it comes to getting through school, what are some of the tips that you've learned throughout your years, freshman, sophomore, now your junior year, that make it a little bit easier to get through the classes?
I think coming to the realization that it's okay to ask for help and that it's okay that you don't know everything and that you always have room to learn.
You're also involved in some of the activities outside of school too. You're a volleyball player on the volleyball team. What was that like for you this year with a new coach and Coach Thompson?
It was challenging in some ways for sure, but definitely a learning experience.
Do you do any other sports at the school, or are you thinking about doing anything in the spring or any other extracurricular stuff around here?
This year I'm kind of tied down with a job and more stuff like at home, and so I'm not able to play spring sport.
Not any problem with that at all either. I mean, it's you got to work and you got to make money so you can get to college. Have you given any thought to college? I know you said you want to get into the medical field. Have there been any thoughts on where you might want to go next?
I'm thinking about going somewhere pretty close, but not too close. And no, I don't have my heart set on one school yet.
Final thing for you, Katie, and that's when you think about your time here at Soda, what's your favorite thing about being a Soda Springs Cardinal? What makes it fun to come into the door of this school every day?
I think the best thing about being a Soda Springs Cardinal is the unity that you see within the school.
Katie, thank you so much for taking the time to talk. You're a standout student for this week.
Thank you.
That was junior Katie Franson from the Soda Springs High School, as she's a junior at the school right now. The score still sits at 27 apiece here with 1.7 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. We'll keep it right here, give you a little bit of bonus coverage on the JV game as the varsity team sitting on the sidelines waiting to get out onto the courts for tonight's district matchup. And we will find out who the JV winner is going to be, as Westside has possession of the basketball. They have 1.7 seconds to try and get a shot to drop down. We'll see how Soda Springs decides to defend their inbounds play and see if they can keep the Pirates from taking a game here on their home court. We'll pan the camera over for anybody that's watching online at mylocalradio.com so you can see what is going on that side of the court for this inbound play. Again, 1.7 seconds left to go. Westside is going to inbound the basketball, and in the corner, a shot goes up short off the side of the rim, and it is overtime coming up here in the fourth quarter of play. It should be a 4-minute overtime period. And again, we are just going to keep it right here for this overtime segment to give you a little bit of that bonus coverage and give you a final definite winner on who is going to come away with this game. We'll take one break before we do that, though, and on the other side of this break, we will find a winner here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
mylocalradio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Hi, this is John Ondrasik of Five for Fighting, here for RAD, the entertainment industry's voice for road safety. You know, style is a personal thing, and your lifestyle is your business. But if you take it on the road, it becomes everybody's business. So please, plan ahead, designate before you celebrate. Friends, don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service announcement brought to you by RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale, and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Welcome back out into the home of the West Side Pirates. Caleb Burgraff here, and I'm going to bring in the stat man for the Soda Springs Cardinals, as Kirby Martineau is going to be joining me here on the broadcast. And Kirby, when you look at this game, Soda Springs tied 27-27 as we take a look at what's going on out there on the court. The West Side Pirates are able to come back in this game, and what do you think really helped them to get back into this game against the Cardinals after trailing by 5 at the half? I can't hear you.
Well, I think...
Anyways, having a little bit of trouble here with the audio side of things, but Kirby, when you look at what's been going on out there on the court, the Cardinals still tied 27-27 with a minute to go here in overtime. Just got the basketball after a Lexi Patterson rebound. What helped Westside get back into this game?
I think they wanted it more than we did. You know, Westside has always played tough against Soda Springs. This is the team that they want to beat more than anybody else. And they really bring that down to the lower levels to these junior high or junior varsity players. And that's what they wanted. They wanted to win this ball game tonight, and they've been playing hard enough to do it.
Soda Springs is about to head to the free throw line as Justice Balls was fouled on the play by Devin Kent, a junior for the Pirates who's playing on the JV squad. 9th team foul, 2nd foul on Kent in the game. And as I said, it sends Justice Balls to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunities. Checking in for the Cardinals, I should say, is going to be Leilani Finlayson, as checking out of the game for Soda Springs is Justice's sister, Jocelyn. And Justice will step up to the free throw line. Right-handed free throw shooter eyes the shot, puts it up. That's banked in, so she'll earn another one and give Soda Springs the lead. Big free throw there for the Cardinals to get the first points of overtime.
That was big. This second one should be a little easier.
She banked that last one in. We'll see what she can do with this one as the free throw is up. That is no good off the back iron. Rebound tipped into the hands of Cambry Robinson, and the junior will bring this one forward. No, she'll give this back off to Devin Kent. Kent, jump pass over to the right side into the corner. Underneath, a shot put up and fouling Chadley Hedworth, and that is going to send Chadley to the free throw line. The big girl down in the low post found some good position on that play and really got the Cardinals out of position on that one. Lexi Patterson on the far side, really the height and size for the Cardinals in this, but she was on the wrong side of the lane to try and defend that. Free throw is up and good, knotting this game back up at 28 apiece. Hedworth, a player that you could see on the varsity game as well for a couple of minutes. I know that she was kept out of the C-team game for the 2 quarters, so she'll still have a quarter of players so for the varsity game, and knocks home the second free throw as well, and the Cardinals trailing by 1. What do you expect her to do here?
Well, I think they're going to try and get the ball inside, get it deep again, and get that easier shot. They have just outplayed us here in the last 4 or 5 minutes of this ball game, and they really, so far, have deserved that lead.
And the shot's not falling for the Cardinals as Jordan Neff getting inside but not able to get a layup to fall. Rebound back into the hands of the Pirates. They go right to left, and a layup knocked down underneath the basket. That is Kelsey Moyle, another junior for this Pirates team, and the juniors really stepping up to give the Pirates a 31-28 lead here with 1:50 left to go. Ball to the top of the key to Kate White. The freshman dribbles to her right, gives off. Justice takes one dribble into the corner, skips a pass up to the top of the key, where it'll be Leilani to start the offense once again. Picks up her dribble, gives off to Jordan. She holds it right side wing, now uses her dribble to center at top of the key near the half-court set. Pirates looking to be doing a 1-2-2 zone defense on the outside, forcing the Cardinals to try and fight the ball inside and really keeping them from getting it to their posts in the paint. Justice takes the ball wing, pivots it over to the far side. Lexi Patterson up top, White near side, Finlayson shuffles her feet, gets away with it, puts up a shot that's off the side of the rim, and a jump ball is going to be called down on the floor as Lexi Patterson and Chadley Hedworth got into it down underneath the basket.
If that was me and Lexi had the ball with me, I would let Lexi have it. She is a strong gal, and she's a great rebounder. When she gets onto the ball, she's not going to turn loose.
and really talking to some of the coaches as a timeout's taken here, and the head coach of the Cardinals in Coach Jeff Horsley is going to talk things over with his team with 1:11 to go, down by 3, 31-28 here in quarter number 4. Talking about Lexi Patterson, one of the things that's really kept her from getting to the varsity, it hasn't been her defense and it hasn't been her rebounding skills. It's really been the offensive side of the ball for her, and that's where she really brings the best effort to this team, is in growing herself in that offensive side, which you've seen leaps and bounds from her, I believe, in the JV games on what she's been able to do, but also in her defensive presence out there. She keeps this team in a lot of games.
She really does. If she could learn to take that inside shot, that layup shot, and a little hook shot or something like that, and start making those on a regular basis, this team would be a lot stronger. We should have been ahead by about 8 or 10 points had she made some of those shots earlier in the game.
And that's her biggest problem, is the consistency issues that she has out there on the offensive side. When she's on, we saw her earlier this season in the Bear Lake game, for example, in the JV squad, and that one where she actually had to go against a little bit taller of a girl. And also in the earlier game at Marsh Valley in the JV game there, saw some very good offensive performances, but you have offensive performances like tonight where she just kind of goes ghost on the team and doesn't really make an appearance. It will be Soda Springs basketball, 28-31. Cardinals trailing by 3 with just over a minute left to go. And Kate White to inbound the basketball. Lobs it into Leilani Finlayson. Up top, it's going to be Jordan Nafe launching a triple, banks it off the rim, and it's going to be rebounded on the backside by Kelsey Moyle. Moyle gives back over to Kent to bring the ball forward. The junior fires a pass near side. Taken there by, that is Mari Wade. Excuse me, that is not Mari Wade. Not sure who's wearing the number 32 right now. And a foul's going to be called away from the basketball on Kate White as it is moved up near the top of the key. And it'll be 2 free throws coming up for the Pirates to try and build on their lead. And right now, things getting into a desperate strait for this Soda Springs JV squad.
You know, and they put themselves in that position. They should have been a little bit more careful in some of their passes in that fourth quarter. They turned the ball over a lot, and that's what allowed Westside to get back into the game.
Caleb Bergraff here with Kirby Martineau in the pregame show as the JV game still going on here on KBRV 800 The Bear, 31-28, a little bit of extra bonus coverage as Devin Kent steps to the line on the right-handed free throw shooter, splashes home the front end of the free throws to give the Pirates a 4-point advantage now, 32-28 in the double bonus as the foul was away from the shot. And Kent will have one more free throw coming up. She crouches low, right-handed shooter, misses that one as well, and it's the jump ball called under the basket with possession in favor of Westside and the Pirates. Struggle there for Soda Springs to get in on those rebounds. They have to defend another offensive possession, and I think you talked about it, Kirby, the desire to go in there and actually fight the ball away. We saw that last night with American Falls, the boys team, against the Soda Springs Cardinals being out-rebounded. The foul called once again. Chadley Hedward fouled at the free throw line to give her a pair. The American Falls Beavers were out-rebounded 63-19 in that game by the Cardinals, and that comes down to effort and how much effort you put in the boards, and I think we're seeing some of that here in this game as well.
Yeah, I think so. Westside really wants this game bad. This would make their season for them.
And especially being a home game in front of your home fans, you have a little bit more adrenaline, a little bit more energy pumping. You're playing in front of a big crowd here with the varsity crowd. You're starting to shuffle in. The varsity game's scheduled to start right now. Hedward missed the first one, missed the first one, hits the second one. 5-point advantage, 33-28, 37 seconds to go. And the Cardinals throw it away. Lexi Patterson unable to handle the pass and ends up watching it go back to the Pirates with 34 seconds to go. Jordan Nafe to defend the inbounds as it's going to be brought forward by Kent. She's fouled on the way up the court. I believe Leilani was the one who's going to be called for that foul. It'll be her. Excuse me, they're actually going to call that one. It is on Leilani. 4th foul on Finlayson. That sends Kent to the free throw line. She went 1 of 2 on her last trip at the line and gets the first one to go here. Big free throw there, makes it a 3-point. 2 3-pointers have to be made to tie it up for the Cardinals now, and things looking bleak in this overtime period. Despite scoring the first point, they've been limited to that point since. Second free throw, no good. Rebound's going to be tracked down by Ariana Barras over on the far side. Gives off to Finlayson, near side. Neff goes underneath. Lexi Patterson fouled from behind. That'll give the Cardinals double bonus free throws now. That's the 10th team foul on the Pirates in this half. Haley Groves, the freshman, committing the foul, and that'll be her 5th as she'll have to check out. And coming into the game for her is going to be Sadie Geddes, who gets some playing time on the varsity as well and has early on this year gotten into a couple of games, including the Grace game, when the Pirates did not necessarily have a lot of people out there for that game and were missing 2 key players.
You know, that wasn't what Westside wanted to do there either, is allow the Cardinals a chance to score points with no time running off the clock. They would rather keep that clock going that last 23 seconds in this ball game and preserve this lead for them.
First free throw was no good by Patterson, and as you were saying, a freshman mistake there made by a freshman, and you expect that. That's why these JV games are played. Cardinals can't hit the second free throw either. Loose ball picked up by Barras. A jump ball is going to be whistled for. A really quick jump ball whistle on that one by these officials, but it will remain Cardinals basketball. And checking into the game for Patterson as the Cardinals need some three-point shooters is Taya Finlayson, as the 2 Finlaysons will be on the court. It'll be inbounded. Lalani takes the basketball, uses her dribble, gets underneath. It's going to be Barras launching up a shot over the rim, skips off the side, Kent with the ball, stripped away from it. Neff gets away with a travel, goes underneath though to Taya, who blows a layup underneath the basket. Rebound back again to the Cardinals with 5 seconds as Neff fires up a triple. That sits on the front of the rim before dropping off, and another rebound pulled down this time by Kelsey Morrill, and that will wrap things up for the JV game here at the home of Westside and the Pirates. Kirby, a tough loss for the Cardinals, but again, they had this one in their control at the half, 17-12, and then watch as Westside puts up 22 points to their 11 in the second half.
You know, if there's a good loss for a team, this is a good loss for Soda today. One thing that Soda hasn't done is had to maintain the lead. They've had a pretty good lead in most of their games this year. This time trying to come back when they're down in the fourth quarter and even in overtime is something they've not experienced. So this is a character builder for them. I think they'll learn from this.
And a JV game, always where you want to start building up what the team's going to be able to do in years to come. So we'll have high hope for the Soda Springs JV squad. Varsity game coming up next. It's time for us to get into our coaches show, and we did not have a chance to sit down with the coach of the Westside Pirates, but Darcy and Abby Povey, the 2 senior posts for the Pirates, 1 out, 1 in. They had a chance to sit down and talk with us. We'll have their interview right now on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Kayla Berger, joined here with the Povey sisters from Westside High School, and Darcy and Abby are kind enough to join me here. Darcy, we'll start off with you a little bit. You've been sitting and watching the team this year. Unfortunately, you got hurt in volleyball season and have not been able to participate this year. First of all, what's it been like for you sitting on the bench, not able to necessarily help out the team, and have you been trying to help out from the bench in that aspect?
It's been kind of hard, like, watching the team, and I wish I could be out there helping them, but it's also been, like, a great learning experience because I've learned more skills about basketball than I would have ever known just by playing, and it's fun to coach the girls and just tell them what to do and just help them out whenever they need to. And I don't know, I help Abby out a lot just with the post position, what I want her to do, and the potential I see that she can do.
Abby, kind of on that same note, you kind of got left alone now on the low post by yourself now. What's it been like for you trying to adapt to that position this year and trying to take over a little bit more responsibility in that side?
It's harder because Darcy has been more of like our main post, but now it's like I had to step up, but it's been nice for her to coach me because it's helped me to like realize what she sees and what I can do during the game and like improve each time I play.
Darcy, when you are on the bench, obviously you help out your sister a little bit. Who are some of the other players that you've really been able to take on that little mentorship role from that side of things?
I guess just pretty much everybody, like whoever is really struggling, like with passes, that's what I'll just tell them, like, don't turn it over, or I don't know, just anybody. I just try to help to see who needs help during that time of period in the game. I'll try to help them.
Abby, you guys are 11-4 now on the season. You guys are ranked number 4 in the state polls right now that have come out recently. What's it like to know that when you guys do lose a big piece like Darcy, that you guys are still able to come out there and play strong? And what has the transition been like for the team, not just for you?
At first I think it was hard, but we knew what it was like. I knew what it was like because we started as freshmen, and then sophomore year she was already out, and then it's again senior year, so it's kind of been the same. But I think we've all realized that we all the seniors knew that they had to step up and take part of winning and stuff, and so it's been nice to beat bigger teams, and I hope we can beat Soda tonight, and it'll be a big one.
When you look at District 5 play, Darcy, in the time that you were able to be out there on the court, what does this district bring to the table when it comes to girls basketball, and how tough is this district to get through?
This is probably the hardest district out of everybody. I look at all of the teams skill-wise, and we're all really competitive. Soda has always been our main team that we want to beat, and we've grown like from freshman year to now. Our team has become probably 100 times better than what we were, and compared to like other teams that I've watched, I know that we're probably one of the top districts out of all of them in Idaho, all the 2A schools in Idaho.
Final question, we'll give this one to you, Abby. Tonight against Soda, first time meeting up with them. What do you know about them, and what do you guys need to do to come away with the win here on your home court?
I know they put up like a tough pressure and they've always pressed, and that's how they've been like taught. It should just always like be constantly on you. And so since I think that we know that they're going to do that, we've like practiced to work around that and work harder, and like we've worked hard at every practice to, pass the trials, I guess, that Soda's going to put up. And so, yeah, we know what's coming, so we're going to be prepared.
Well, hopefully it turns into a good game. Thank you so much for the time, girls, and good luck to you guys tonight.
Thank you.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today, 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
One stop and get everything on your list. Gas, groceries, fresh deli items, lottery tickets, and all your fish and game licenses. Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs is locally owned and open 7 days a week. You can check the daily lunch specials every Monday through Friday on the Patterson Quick Stop Facebook page. When you need it quick, get it at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs, 111 North Hooper. Go Cardinals!
Caleb Burgraff here with sophomore Kat McCullough from the Soda Springs girls basketball team. And Kat, the season for you guys right now, you're 9-4 on the year. How has the season been living up to expectations for you?
The winning streak isn't really what matters. It's just about growing as a team, and I think that we're definitely growing and getting better with each game and getting closer as a team and doing better.
When you look at a new team like this where you graduated a lot of seniors, you yourself weren't necessarily a part of that varsity team last year, but you've gotten a couple of chances now to start building yourself up and getting involved with this team and the girls up there. Does it help when you're used to some of the younger kids that you were playing with last year as well?
Yeah, I feel a lot closer with this team. Like, I feel like a family, and we just got each other's back. And I think this team, just like last year's team, they'd grown up playing together, and we've grown up playing together, so we just mesh really well, I think.
You guys had a little bit of trouble early on in the year with all 4 of your losses, other than the loss to Marsh Valley coming in that first half of the season. When did the corner kind of click for this team, and when did you guys really turn the corner into becoming a team that is looking like they're going to compete for a state title?
I think that once we all kind of realized that what we want and all kind of got the same goal and the same fire in our eyes, that we just started playing for each other and working harder in practice, and just kind of the longer the season goes on, the more we come together and start playing better as a team.
Your confidence also seems to have taken a step forward as well. Early on when you came back to the team in December, it was a little bit of a up and down start for you, but in the last couple of games, particularly in the Parma tournament, you started really taking a load in the scoring and starting to put more points up onto the board for the team and taking a leadership role, it seemed, as well. What caused that for you?
It's kind of the competitiveness in me and just wanting to do better for my team, and because I'm a part of this team, and just trying and playing my best game for them too, and I wasn't. I just needed to take that extra step with confidence and stuff and play my game, and I just got a hold of that a little more.
I know one of the things that they're trying to work with you is take you and put you into that point guard role and start using you in that number 1 spot. How comfortable are you in that role right now, and what are some of the things that you've been struggling with in getting into that role?
I'm not the best offensive player on our team. My strongest is defense, so I get a little nervous playing offense out there, and I try and keep my confidence up and just keep getting getting better and working hard because that's the role he wants me to play.
A couple more questions for you. We start off with Westside coming up, a big game for you guys, but you're coming with some momentum. You got a big win against Bear Lake in the game before. Does that momentum help you guys going into a big district game?
Yeah, we're pretty excited to play Westside because we kind of got a chip on our shoulder and we want to win, so we're ready to go in there.
When you guys played Marsh Valley, you took on a team that's a lot like Westside as far as size-wise, but maybe a little bit faster than Marsh Valley. What do you need to do in that Marsh Valley game in order to keep the same result from happening as Marsh Valley?
We have a disadvantage on our team just because we're short. We're not a tall team, and Westside's got big girls. And so we just need to get really tough on the offensive and defensive boards and kind of push the ball really fast and make smart passes because they've got long arms and we don't want to go over, like get a steal or something.
Kat, thank you so much for the time. Good luck to you guys tonight as you guys take on Westside and the Pirates.
Thank you.
Welcome back. It was Kat McCullough of the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals varsity squad, as she had the time to join us last night and talk about what this team is going to need to bring to the table here tonight to take down Westside and the Pirates in what should be a pivotal game for District 5 play in deciding who is going to be the number 1 seed, who will be the number 2 seed. These teams went 1-2 last year, and Westside, according to some good speculation, says that they are going to take down Soda Springs in the district tournament this year and not let them take that number 1 seed. It all starts tonight. Can Soda Springs hold on to the powerhouse that they've been able to build? We'll all find out in just about 1 minute from now. The starting lineups and national anthem will be coming your way on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
The holiday season is a time for honoring old traditions as well as creating new ones. Whether your traditions include good meals around the dining room table or lazy days watching the game, Sanders Furniture will help you make it more enjoyable. With brands like Maytag, Whirlpool, and Lazy Boy, they have furniture and appliances for every room in your home. Take advantage of the great selections and the even better prices. Sanders Furniture, 148 South Main in Soda Springs.
This year, firefighters will battle thousands of wildfires around the country in hopes of containing them. But a single ember that escapes can travel more than 1 mile, where it can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where the ember will land, only what happens when it does. Prepare, protect, prevail. Get fire adapted. Learn simple steps you could take now to reduce wildfire damage later at fireadapted.org. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Learn more at fireadapted.org.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Would your business survive a disaster? Nearly 2/3 of businesses aren't prepared for an emergency, and 40% of businesses that experience a disaster never recover. Make an emergency plan now before it's too late. For a free online tool that helps you develop an emergency plan to keep your business up and running should disaster strike, visit ready.gov/business. Brought to you by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the American Red Cross, and the Ad Council.
And there's your rendition of the national anthem here at Westside High School on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. We welcome everybody who's listening in over the airwaves on KBRV 800 The Bear as we look into our starting lineups for tonight's game, starting off with Westside and the Pirates. They're going to be led off by senior number 3, Maddie Krieger. Number 5 is senior Addie Cook. Number 14 is senior Abby Povey. Number 31 is senior Mackenzie Aston. And number 20 is sophomore Josie Mejia. as the five of them back together for the first time in a while. Addie Cook was missing from this team the last time that we were able to watch them on the road when they took on Grace and the Grizzlies in a matchup that the Grizzlies were able to come away with the victory in. On the other side for the Soda Springs Cardinals, they're going to have their same starting lineup as always. Number 2 is Callie Grunning, a 5'7" senior. Number 4 is 5'5" sophomore Casey Smith. Number 12 is 5'6" freshman Reagan Yamauchi. Number 15 is 5'5" sophomore Taylor Myers. And number 24 is 5'10" junior Kirsten Rasmussen down on the low post. Soda Springs wearing their black road uniforms, red numbers outlined in white. Soda Springs written across the front with red trim down the side. West Side wearing the white uniforms, Pirates written across the front in maroon with maroon numbers and maroon down the sides. The officials for tonight's game are ready. We're ready, and we welcome you in as the opening tip brought to you by the 3C Grill and Grace. Won over by the Pirates, and Mejia will bring the basketball forward. Goes to her left, throws the ball into the hands of Addie Cook, who now gives it back to Mejia. She takes a pump fake, goes underneath to the hands of Abby Povey, who is going to travel with the basketball and turn it right back over to Soda Springs to open up their first possession of the game in this battle for conference supremacy. 7 minutes and 46 seconds to go. Casey Smith beats the full court press, gets the pass back from Yamauchi, drives into the lane, loses the basketball, still loose on the ground, picked up underneath the basket by Maddie Krieger, and another turnover for the Cardinals will give the ball back over to the Pirates. Soda Springs almost gets an interception of their own as Callie Groning pokes her hand into the passing lane and pokes it out of bounds into the cheerleaders in front of the West Side student section. Pirates will fake a pass with Mejia. She'll pick up her dribble, fires one over to Aston, gets it into the corner where Abby Povey will be trapped. Flips a pass back into Aston, and she loses the ball and her dribble, picked up by Callie Groning. And the Cardinals get back-to-back turnovers as the West Side Pirates bring the basketball forward. It'll be Casey Smith, comes back up top. Callie Groning pump fakes, gives back to Casey on the right side wing. Into the paint, Yamauchi tries to drive in, picks up her dribble, goes back outside to Casey for three. Too strong off the back rim, and it's rebounded underneath the hoop by Mackenzie Aston. She gives off to Abby Povey, and it'll be brought back up by Mejia. She crosses the logo with 6 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Mejia drives in, splits a double team, shot up and blocked. Taylor Myers with the block, and the Cardinals will come back the other way with the ball, working right to left. Yamauchi up for two from 19 feet. Reagan Yamauchi drops home the first basket of the game for either team, and Soda takes the lead on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard 2-0. And the Pirates coming back the other way will travel as Mejia shuffles her feet and gives it back to Soda Springs to inbound from underneath their own basket. 6 minutes, 35 seconds to go. First quarter of play just underway here at the home of Westside and the Pirates in a District 5 battle that will decide who is going to remain undefeated. The only undefeated team that will remain, and the Cardinals will turn it over on the inbounds play. Brought forward by Mejia. She slows the pace down, passes it near side. Cook goes inside to Krieger. Krieger to Cook, or Povey, back outside to Cook on the right wing. Underneath, Krieger fakes the handoff. Now one dribble to get it back to Povey, still on the right side. Cardinals shuffling around in the zone defense that extends a little bit towards the top of the key. They'll go to try and trap Mejia. She loses the ball as she passes it over to Addie Cook, and it's going to be picked up by Kirsten Rasmussen, and he'll give it back up the court. Near side, Yamauchi tries to cross over on Mejia, pulls it back out, flips the pass to the near side, and it'll be taken by Callie Groning. She steps forward towards the three-point line, picks up her dribble, gives back to Yamauchi, left side corner. Up top, Groning feeds it to Myers, top of the key, back to Callie. The defense in a zone once again for the Pirates. It looks to be a 3-2 around the outside of the circle. Will be given over to Casey Smith. Casey Smith finds Yamauchi inside the paint. She's going to be tied up underneath the hoop, and the jump ball will keep the possession arrow in favor of Soda Springs and the Lady Cardinals with 5 minutes and 39 seconds to go and a 2-0 lead for Soda Springs. It'll be Taylor Myers to do the inbounding. Stands on the S in West Side. And she looks to lob this one deep and gets it to Callie Groning. Groning drives in, dumps one outside to Yamauchi. Pump fake up top to Casey Smith. She pump fakes and pulls the ball back out. Callie takes it right side wing. Closed out by Cook is going to force her to pull the ball down and dribble with it as she comes around top of the key. Throws a pass over to Casey Smith. Picked off by Cook. Trying to go coast to coast. Crosses through the right side lane. Lays it up and in. And Addie Cook takes the turnover and runs it into points. Soda Springs with their third turnover of the game, and the game is knotted up at 2 apiece with 5:16 to go in the first quarter, and Mejia bending down to tie her shoe for a brief stoppage in play. Cardinals will get to inbound the basketball once again. Myers up ahead to Smith, who will walk it forward. Cross-court pass near side to Groning. Callie goes back to Smith as she'll break the press and gets it across half court. Inside to Rasmussen, right side wing, skip pass, near side Groning, gets it back up top to Smith. She launches a triple from 23 feet. Casey Smith knocking it home from deep beyond the line. Cardinals up 5-2 with 5 minutes to go here. First quarter of play, and Westside turns it over to the Cardinals on the way up the court. Groning back to the right side. Goes up with her dribble, bounces one into the lane. Yamauchi buys it up in the paint, puts up a shot, sits on the rim, then just rolls off to Maddie Krieger, who pulls in the rebound, her first of the game. Up the other way, the Pirates take it on the left side wing, working left to right on your radio dial. 4 minutes, 33 seconds to go. Mejia bounce pass to the near side. It'll be a pump fake there, and slowing up the pace and bringing it back around the outside is Mackenzie Aston. They go to Mejia. Far side goes to Krieger at the free throw line. Maddie goes back over to Mejia, and the point guard will drive in before dumping it back to Cook. Addie tries to drive in, loses her dribble, gives it outside. Povey inside to Krieger. Reverse fade away by Maddie Krieger, drops down, and Soda Springs has their lead trimmed down to 1, 5-4. Yamauchi with the ball, tries to drive around the defense of Mackenzie Aston, and the first foul for either team is going to be called with 4 minutes and 4 seconds to go. First quarter of play, and Soda Springs to do the inbound as Reagan Yamauchi will check out of the game. Into the game is going to be Kat McCullough for the Soda Springs Cardinals, who was our pregame interview. The sophomore works on the right wing. It'll be Casey Smith giving it over to Kat. Holds it outside the wing before giving it back to Casey Smith. She'll feed it inside. Groning tries to flip a pass to Taylor Myers. It's going to be down onto the ground. A jump ball is going to be called. Possession over in favor of Westside for the 4th turnover of the game for the Cardinals. And it'll be back into the hands of the Pirates as they'll be bringing the ball up against the full court pressure the Cardinals are going to apply. Jessie Belknap out into the game as she's going to check in as well. And the Cardinals will put the full court pressure on. Pirates move the ball to the far side. Mejia breaks the press, coming up the left sideline, fires a pass to the corner. Krieger skips a pass to the free throw line. Jump shot there, missed and airballed out of bounds. Krieger tries to save it, gets it back to Addie Cook. She'll put a shot up, misses it, but it's rebounded by Krieger underneath the basket. Krieger gets her 4th point of the game. It's a 6-5 lead for the Pirates, and Taylor Myers driving in, gets the contact but can't get the foul, and the rebound is going to be called down by Abby Povey, and the Pirates have a chance to build on a 1-point lead on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. 6-5, Cardinals down. Over to Mejia, inside. Addie Cook takes one dribble, fires the pass through the lane, and a whistle is going to go. Travel called on Westside and the Pirates to turn it back over to Soda Springs once again. 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in what has been a very quick-moving first quarter of play, as Casey Smith will take a seat on the bench for the Cardinals. Reagan Yamauchi back into the game for Soda Springs. Into the game as well, Brianna Lynn for Westside and the Pirates. Rasmussen goes right side. It's going to be a pass inside to her on a give and go to McCullough. A nice little dump down from McCullough to get it to her post, and Kirsten lays it up and in to get the Cardinals a 1-point advantage. 7-6, far side. Ball paid over to Lynn. She stands on the wing, kicks it up top to Mejia. Bounce pass near side to Cook, almost picked off by Taylor Myers. Dribbled out of bounds, and it will remain the Pirates basketball on the near side. The officials really letting the girls play physically out there on the court, something that this broadcaster loves to see every single time it comes to this in a game. Got to let the players find some sort of rhythm out there on the court. The officials have definitely done that. 1 foul in the game so far for either team. Ball to the far side, driving in underneath the paint and losing her dribble is going to be Andy Geddes. Geddes goes out to Povey. Up top now Lynn flings a pass near side to Mejia. She loses her dribble. No, gets it back as she didn't use the double dribble apparently. Puts up a shot wildly at the hoop. Rebound comes down into Yamauchi's hands. She'll push it back up the other way. Dumps pass right side. McCullough puts up a quick jumper short off the side of the rim. The rebound tracked all the way down by Addie Cook near the 3-point line and loses the ball from behind as Callie Groning poked the ball out of her hands. It'll be brought back forward by Kat McCullough once again with 2:08 to go. 7-6. McCullough looks inside, now comes back out to Callie Groning. She looks to her right, takes a dribble that way, and gives it back to McCullough. Still that 7-6 lead for Soda Springs. Low-scoring affair here at the home of the Pirates. Yamauchi holds the ball top of the key. Now fires a pass into the hands of Cook, throws it away. Cardinals with their 5th turnover, and Abby Povey will give it back over to Addie Cook to bring it forward. Addie skips the pass over to the far side, bounce pass into the left corner. It'll be taken there by Lynn, fires a pass into the paint. Povey tries to go up, pulls it back around. Geddes puts up a left-handed hook shot, and she's fouled on the play. I believe Kirsten Rasmussen is going to be responsible for this one, and that is who it will be whistled on. It's her first foul, and the team's first as well. course, the Soda Springs boys right now playing against Snake River on the road. And the Soda Springs boys have a 6-2 lead in that game after a quarter of play. We'll keep you updated on what is going on in that game. First free throw missed at the line by Andy Geddes. And she'll have one more attempt coming up. 7-6 the score sits. 1 minute and 34 seconds to go, first quarter of play. Second free throw for Geddes, that's up and bottom. So we knot the game up 7 apiece on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard with 1 minute and 34 to go, first quarter. Cardinals to bring the ball up as Jesse Belknap will check back into the game for Soda Springs, replacing Rasmussen. Also into the game, Povey takes a seat, and Mackenzie Aston checks back out for the Pirates. Over to the right side, it'll be McCullough to take the point guard duties. Cardinals trying to move her into that point guard role as she drives over right side, almost throws the ball away. It'll be picked up out of bounds and tipped back into the bleachers by Mejia. Soda Springs will keep the basketball, although it was a very dangerous pass to the far side of the court to begin with. McCullough inbounds the ball, gives back to Callie Groning. She directs some traffic. Callie taking the point guard duties on this possession now. Will come back over near side. Swings it to Casey Smith, up top to Groning, finds Smith near side for three. Counter, second one of the game. Casey Smith drops it home on the assist from Groning. Soda Springs gets their biggest lead of the game, 10-7. 3-point advantage for the Cardinals. Ball brought forward. It'll be Aston for the Pirates. Near side, loses her dribble, double teamed on the near side, has it stripped away from her. Soda Springs forcing their 8th turnover of the game, and McKinley Groning to bring it forward. She spins into the lane, kicks it back outside. Casey Smith feeling it from three, won't find that one, away to drop. Rebound still on the ground. It'll be Yamauchi tied up underneath the hoop with the Pirates in possession of the arrow. We'll call the rebound to Brianna Lind of the Pirates for her first of the game with 40.6 seconds to go. The Cardinals, to inbound the ball. Near side, ball lofted in. It'll be taken here on the near side. Casey Smith, another three, in and out, no good. Rebound almost tracked into her hands by Belknap, but it's going to end up into the hands of Josie Mejia. Pirates bring it forward, up the left side, and a blocking foul is going to be called against Soda Springs. They're going to say that Reagan Yamauchi ended up lowering her shoulder into the screen that was set in front of her on the far sideline to clear some space, and the Cardinals will be back on the defensive end. Pirates to do the inbounding. Aston will be throwing it in from the sideline, gets it into Lind, back to Aston on the left wing. Up top they go to Mejia. Cardinals extending their defense, man-to-man defense being played on the outside of the circle. Pass thrown over to Aston again. Near side Lind at the top of the key, throws it into the hands of Rasmussen. Another turnover by the Pirates will give the Cardinals a chance to bring it forward. Groning tries to drive into the lane, lose her dribble, finds Smith near side, back to Groning, top of the key. Callie pulls it out, gives to Smith near side, into the corner, goes to Myers. She goes up top to Callie Groning. Her three ball at the buzzer, no good. We head to quarter number 2 with the score sitting at 10-7. Soda Springs on top of the Pirates in this pivotal District 5 matchup on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale, and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Welcome back here to the home of the West Side Pirates. Caleb Burgraff on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. 10-7 on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard at the start of the second quarter. Only 3 fouls so far in the game. The officials really letting the two teams play out there in this matchup. Something you'd like to see in a game as big as this one. As the Pirates start out with the basketball, Aston saves it from being turned over. Comes to the near side, double teamed and hounded by Groning, and Smith loses the double team. Now is able to clear some space for herself before finally feeding the ball into the paint where it's thrown away. Will the Cardinals get possession? No, they're going to say last touch by Kirsten Rasmussen. And the inbounds pass will come up from Addie Cook on the baseline. 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Cook fakes it in, now throws it right into the hands of Taylor Myers. 10 turnovers for the Pirates in the game. That's been their problem so far as Groning brings it forward. Goes over to Myers. She fires it to White into the game. First time for her in the contest. Myers goes outside Smith, up top White, near side Callie Groning. Cardinals really doing a good job shifting the ball around. White takes the ball left side wing, can't get it to go. Rebound tipped into the air and Krieger pulls it down, and a foul's going to be called on the rebound attempt. Maddie Krieger with only her second board of the game, and Taylor Myers picking up her first foul. Still that 3-point lead for Soda Springs in this contest with 7:18 to go in the second quarter of play. And a chance now to do the inbounding for Brianna Lind as she checks back into the game. Pirates trying to work against the full court press that the Cardinals are playing. 2-2-1 on the way up the court. Mejia comes near side. Lind tries to break the press the rest of the way up. Gets it up ahead. Driving into the lane. Krieger floats one up off the back of the rim. Rebound comes down to Cook. She flips a pass out to Lind for three. Can't get that to go. And Callie Groning pulls down the rebound for Soda Springs and the Cardinals. It'll be brought up by Smith over on the far sideline. Gives up on the wing before coming up top to Smith. Near side, White pump fakes, pulls the basketball down, and now pulls it up near the top of the key. 3-2 defense still being played by the Pirates. Skip pass near side comes to White. She'll stop and pop from 15, short off the side of the rim. Rasmussen tried for the board but couldn't contain it, and it goes out of bounds back to the Pirates again with 1 minute and 19 seconds having come off the clock here in the second quarter. Inbounds play comes from Cook. She gets it to Mejia, back to Cook. Cardinals, the full court pressure, gonna avoid a pass. It comes up near side to Krieger. She drives into the low post, puts up a short jumper, no good. Abby Povey blows a layup over the rim after getting the offensive board. Rebound goes down to Taylor Myers, and the Cardinals will bring it back up the court to the near side. Groning skips a pass, far side. Rasmussen in the paint, puts up a little fadeaway softly down into the rim. Kirsten with her fourth point of the game, and the Cardinals up by 5, 12-7. Abby Povey up ahead, gets it to Krieger, and a travel called on Krieger. No, that's Addie Cook who travels with the basketball for yet another turnover by the Pirates. And it's a lack of focus, it seems, by the Pirates so far in this game that's been costing them some big buckets underneath. 12-7, Cardinals with the ball to inbound, and they bring it into Smith, who's going to walk it up right to left on your radio dial. Smith goes to her right. Fires a pass into the corner. Groning takes it there up top to Smith. Fires a pass inside. Rasmussen fadeaway off the top of the rim. No good. Rebound loose on the ground is picked up by Maddie Krieger and brought forward again by the Pirates as they push the pace over to the far side. Pass is going to go down low before being popped up into the air. Near side, Cook takes the basketball back. Lofts a pass underneath. Underneath the basket, laying it up and in is number 2 for the Pirates. And I do not have number 2 on my roster, but back the other way, the Cardinals are going to end up putting up a shot from Groning. She can't get that one to fall. Abby Povey pulls down her first rebound of the game, and up the court again will come Westside. Pass into the paint is going to be taken by Mejia, then ripped away by Taylor Myers, and a whistle is going to be blown. They're going to call a foul on the Pirates. That goes on Josie Mejia. It'll be her first. 12-19, 5 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Timeout's going to be taken. We'll take one as well back here after this. Actually, this is a 30-second timeout, so we'll actually keep it right here and remind you that this game brought to you by Caribou Memorial Hospital, where you'll find a qualified, happy, and fun staff working with doctors who have a real interest in your well-being. They also have a large network of specialists and surgeons working in state-of-the-art surgical facilities and feature on-site rehabilitation services to ensure you have a comfortable and timely recovery. Caribou Memorial Hospital, Living Center, and clinics at 300 South, 3rd West in Soda Springs. Again, the boys basketball team for the Cardinals playing right now as well, and we're trying to keep you updated on what's going on in that game. The last one we got was after a quarter of play. Soda Springs had a 6-2 lead on Snake River and the Panthers at home. The boys trying to win their second straight game and move to 8-4 on the season if they can win it, and also get some revenge for losing to Snake River earlier in the season. Cardinals to inbound the basketball. It'll be passed up ahead and brought forward by Casey Smith as she crosses the timeline with 5:17 to go. White gives back to Smith. She looks inside, back to White. Right wing goes underneath. It'll be a turnaround by Rasmussen. Banks it in! There's your shot of the game so far. A&C Embroidery's in the business of making you look good, bringing you that shot, and the Cardinals will force another turnover as Westside being hassled by this full court pressure and really having no answer for it. Their 4th turnover of the quarter, 13th of the game, and with 5:03 to go, the Cardinals get another chance to inbound. Kat McCullough to throw this one in from the baseline, as she will have a 5-second call whistled against her, hesitated on getting it in, and then turns it back over to the Pirates to bring it forward. Cardinals switch up their zone defense on the full court pressure to a 1-2-1-1, and the Pirates will almost have a backcourt violation. Just save it. Mejia to bring it forward to avoid the 10-second call, finds Krieger in the front court. She steps through, puts it to the near side. Shot's going to be put up and splashed down by number 2 and dropped in as a 14-11 lead to the near side. It's Yamauchi driving in, puts up a little fadeaway. Rebounded after the air ball by Maddie Krieger, and the Pirates will get another chance to bring it forward, down by 3, 14-11, with 4:31 to go on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Cook comes near side. Again, number 2 open for 2, misses it off the air ball, and it will be off of the foot of Tawny Barfus, out of bounds, back into the hands of Westside and the Pirates. 4:24 to go here. Pirates to do the inbounding. Cook stands underneath her own basket on the right side. She'll pass it near side. Number 2, who we still do not have a number for, will step through a double team, keeps her dribble, bounces one underneath the basket, and it'll be Tawny Barfus picking up the turnover as she is able to secure it on the way back up the court. 4:12 to go. Ball moved up top. It'll be Casey Smith. Back over to the right side. Callie Groning goes back to Casey Smith. Inside Rasmussen. A little turnaround. Left-handed hook shot. No good. And rebounded by Mejia on the backside. Rasmussen shooting about 50% in the game so far, and she's going to get another chance here possibly as the Pirates again turn it over on the way up the court. Through the lane is a pass from Addie Cook that goes off the fingers of Mejia, and the Cardinals get their 15th turnover of the game. Smith to bring it forward. 3:49 to go, halfway through the second quarter. Soda up by 3 on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Near side Barfus goes to Smith underneath Rasmussen, steps through, gives it back out to Barfus, who's blocked up into the air, but out of bounds is Abby Povey with the rejection of Tawny Barfus, and the Cardinals will luckily get another chance to put the ball up as they get an inbounds play coming up underneath their own basket. 3:38 to go. Near side, Rasmussen gets the inbounds pass with 3:36. Near side, Smith comes in, airballs a shot over the hoop, rebounded by Krieger under the basket for her 5th board of the game, and the Pirates again can bring it forward. Krieger dribbles the ball off her foot, comes out of bounds to the near sideline, and another turnover forced by the Cardinals' pressure defense. That's 7 in the quarter now for the Pirates compared to 6 in the game for the Cardinals, and 16 in the game for the Pirates. Tawny Barfus to inbound the basketball, gets it to McCullough, fresh into the game. Kat comes over to her left, stands top of the key before giving it back to Groning. Up to McCullough, near side Tawny. She looks inside, goes back over to Kat. She fires it inside the paint. Passes over to Groning, right side wing. Pulls it back up near the top of the key before looking over to her right and feeding the pass to McCullough on the wing. Still that zone defense being played by the Pirates as that 3-2 zone extending deep. It'll be over to the right side. McCullough pump fakes, drives into the lane, loses the dribble. Ball still loose on the ground, and a jump ball is going to be whistled with the arrow in favor of Soda Springs and the Cardinals on the inbounds. Again, underneath their own basket with that 3-point lead. 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go. Both teams have only scored 4 points in the quarter. Kat to inbound, launches one deep. Riamauchi takes it near the top of the key, goes underneath McCullough, open for a moment, gets the shot to go. Kat, who has had a resurgent second half of the season with her offense, puts the Cardinals up by 5. 16-11. Pirates re-answer on the other end is going to be no good. Callie pulls down her second rebound of the game and gets up to Reagan. She tries to drive in, spins around, kicks it top of the free throw line where it's going to be Rasmussen going to McCullough for 2 from 15 on the right side. Kat with back-to-back buckets, and Soda Springs with a 7-point advantage, biggest of the game. 18-11. Pirates turn it over in the backcourt. Yamauchi with the steal. She'll have it stripped away from her on the court and brought back up the court by number 2. Bounce pass goes over to Povey. Far side Mejia. Pump fakes, drives in, floats up a shot that rolls its way down into the hoop. Josie with her first basket of the game, and it's an 18-13 lead for the Cardinals. Groning passes up top again to Barfus. To the right side, she'll give it to McCullough. She fires one underneath, trying to get it to Groning, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Abby Povey to keep Soda Springs in possession of the basketball. 1 minute and 52 seconds left to go as the substitutions will come in. Reagan Yamauchi comes over to the bench and is going to get a quick word from Coach Wade Schwaneveld. Ball lobbed in for the Cardinals. It'll be Tawny Barfus, gives off to Callie Groning, who will recenter the ball near the top of the key. Puts the play into action, comes near side where it'll be McCullough back up top to Groning. Inside pass going to be poked away as Krieger able to get the defensive rejection inside on the pass. Cardinals' third turnover of the quarter, and the Pirates will bring it forward. Pass to the near side. Povey bounce pass into the paint. Lynn goes all the way around where they'll find Mejia. She pump fakes, gives it into the corner once again. Fake pass down low, now taken by Krieger. Power dribble up with the shot off the side of the rim, no good. And a foul's going to be called. We'll see who it goes on, and it looks like it's going to be on the Cardinals. And Taylor Myers will pick up her second. So Myers picks up her second foul with 1:19 to go in the second quarter. 18-13, Soda Springs up by 5. Pirates to inbound, they'll look into the paint. Now coming outside and flashing to the wing is Krieger. She puts up a quick jump shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Barfus underneath the basket, and it'll be the Cardinals coming back the other way, slowing the pace down. Callie Groning walks it forward, now comes to her left, goes back to her right, gets cut off there by number 2 before giving the ball off into the hands of McCullough. Swinging it to the near side. Myers looks inside the paint where Rasmussen flashes for a moment, but she will not be able to find the ball as she was stuck in the middle of the zone. Myers gets the ball back, skip pass far side, taken by Groning. She comes up top of the key to McCullough. Looking inside, can't find anybody open. Now Myers flashes into the post herself, bumps one outside. Groning left open for 3, got it to go! Callie with her first bucket of the game. It's a triple from the outside, and a ball is going to be poked down of bounds by the Cardinals on the inbounds play, and it'll remain Pirates basketball to bring forward with 36.8 seconds to go, and the Cardinals holding their biggest advantage of the game, 21-13. It'll be Lynn to inbound the basketball, throws this one in, and Mejia will be the one to bring it forward. 2-2-1 zone being played on the full court press. Mejia breaks the press all the way up, throws it to Povey. You can't handle the pass, and it'll remain Pirates basketball, they'll say. Although I thought it was the Cardinals who were going to get the basketball on that one, as it looked like Povey was the last one to touch it. 28.2 seconds to go, though. Pirates will retain possession of the ball. As sled to inbound is going to be Lynn. She goes to Mejia to bring it forward. She crosses half court, comes up, fires it to the left side corner. Povey in the paint has a tie-up go into the favor of the Pirates as the jump ball is going to be whistled, and Callie Groning will pick up the jump ball underneath. Good job attacking the pass into Povey. Pass to be set in. Pirates to inbound underneath their own basket. Povey trying to flash open, can't find room. She gets it to Lind in the end. Up top to Povey. She'll come to her right, picks up her dribble, bounce pass to the near side. It'll be Mejia trying to drive in. Loses her dribble, stripped away by Groning on the steal. 9 turnovers in the quarter now. Time winding down with 7 seconds to go. McCullough has her pass blocked back into her hands. Povey with the ball, 2 seconds to go. Mejia launches a shot at the buzzer over the basket, and we head to quarter number 2 and 3. I should say, with a score of 21-13, Soda Springs leading by 8 over Westside and the Pirates. Your Mexico Therapeutic Services halftime shows coming up next on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Are you feeling stressed? The Anxiety and Depression Association of America offers a few helpful tips to manage stress. Take a time out. Eat well-balanced meals. Get enough sleep. Limit alcohol and caffeine, which can cause anxiety and trigger panic attacks. And welcome humor. A good laugh goes a long way. If your stress level needs professional help, contact Mexico Therapeutic Services at 208-547-4550.
The holiday season is a time for honoring old traditions as well as creating new ones. Whether your traditions include good meals around the dining room table or lazy days watching the game, Sanders Furniture will help you make it more enjoyable. With brands like Maytag, Whirlpool, and Lazy Boy, they have furniture and appliances for every room in your home. Take advantage of the great selections and the even better prices. Sanders Furniture, 148 South Main in Soda Springs.
Hey America, we need to have a little talk. We've got a lot of food in this country. We've got so much food that we can't eat it all. So how are 17 million kids in America struggling with hunger? That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and gets it to hungry kids who need it. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today. 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
This is a test to find out if you know it all when it comes to children. Name one of the leading killers of U.S. children age 1 to 13. What's the best way to protect children in a car crash? At what age and size should a child start using a booster seat?
Don't assume you know it all when it comes to car seats for your child. Go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat and know for sure. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's halftime for the Soda Springs Cardinals, and that means we're going to take a break and get back to our Mexico Therapeutic Services halftime show after this word from our sponsor. Right here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
We actually already heard that word from our sponsor, so we'll jump right into our halftime production on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. On the Mexico Therapeutic Services halftime show, we take a first look at the highlights for the quarter, and Soda Springs, despite having a very physical first quarter of play, was able to force 9 turnovers to give themselves an opportunity to build a 10-7 lead at the end of one quarter of play over Westside and the Pirates, with Casey Smith leading the way with a pair of triples from the outside, one from the right wing, one from the left wing, as the Cardinals were able to help build that lead up. On the other side for Westside, it was Maddie Krieger leading the way for them with 4 points, but she has been held silent since then, except for on the rebounding side of the game. Second quarter saw the Cardinals find a little bit more balance in their scoring, as it was Kirsten Rasmussen getting 4 points in the quarter, Kat McCullough with 4, and Callie Groning with 3 of her own as well to help the Cardinals build their lead up by 11 more points, 21-13. They have an 8-point lead here at the halftime break, as the Soda Springs Cardinals looking to try and defeat Westside and the Pirates on their own home court here for another season after getting the wins here last year as well. And an update as well from the boys game going on over at Soda Springs right now. The Soda Springs boys taking on Snake River and the Panthers. It is an 18-17 lead for the Panthers at the half. In that game, a 1-point game, very tight contest as the Cardinals looking to try and get some revenge after losing to the Panthers the last time they played. We'll take one more break and come back with the rest of our halftime show here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
How'd I do?
You'll get better. Tim can't wait to be a real driver. But for now, he's king of the online track thanks to Silver Star Communications high-speed internet. Reliable, consistent speeds give him the edge against players anywhere, even the other end of the couch.
Whoa. You'll get better.
Visit silverstar.com to learn more.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, fish dad!
Oh, come on! This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Here are a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of January 7th through the 13th. Grab yourself a T-bone or ribeye pork chop at $1.99 a pound. They have St. Louis-style spare ribs at $2.99 a pound. Don't forget about their 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef at $2.99 a pound. If you're looking for some fresh fruits, 6-ounce packages of raspberries or blackberries are just $2.99 each, and fresh whole pineapple is $2.99 each as well. That's some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of January 7th through the 13th. In Soda Springs.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
We are at the half here as the Soda Springs Cardinals holding a 21-13 lead over Westside and the Pirates with about 3 minutes left in the halftime break. Let's take a look at what the two teams have been able to do so far on the game, as the Cardinals being led by a pair of scorers, Casey Smith with 6 and Kirsten Rasmussen with 6 points to lead all Cardinals. Kat McCullough's got 4 points, Reagan Yamauchi's got a deuce, and Callie Groning with 3 points and 2 rebounds to lead the Cardinals in the rebounding category. Only 5 total rebounds for the Cardinals, but they haven't had a whole lot of chances when it comes to the rebounding side of this game, as their height has definitely been overshadowed by the height of Westside and the Pirates, and they've also forced 18 Pirate turnovers so far in this game as well. On the other side for Westside, Maddie Krieger has 4 points and 5 rebounds to lead her team in both categories. Larry Wade also with 4 points and 0 rebounds, as I believe she is the mystery number 2 that we have been looking for on our roster, as we did not necessarily know who she was coming out onto the court, but it makes sense that she is number 2 as she does not match number 2 that was on the roster who played in the JV game. Other scorers include Andy Geddes, who has 1 point and 0 rebounds. Josie Mejia's got 2 points, and that wraps it up after Addie Cook puts up her 2 points and 2 rebounds as well. We'll take one more break, come back with the second half of action here on KVRV 800 The Bear, with the Soda Springs Cardinals up 21-13 on your Gate City Real Estate scoreboard at the half at the home of Westside and the Pirates.
Are you feeling stressed? The Anxiety and Depression Association of America offers a few helpful tips to manage stress. Take a time out. Eat well-balanced meals. Get enough sleep. Limit alcohol and caffeine, which can cause anxiety and trigger panic attacks. And welcome humor. A good laugh goes a long way. If your stress level needs professional help, contact Mexico Therapeutic Services at 208-547-4550.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale, and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn to spot a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. I'm Paul George. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back here to the home of Westside and the Pirates. Caleb Bergeraff on KBRV 800 The Bear, as well as online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. It'll be the Soda Springs Cardinals to start out with possession of the basketball at the start of the third quarter, up 21-13 on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Bounce pass into the paint is going to be picked off by Maddie Krieger. She's going to push the pace up the court, gets trapped in the far side corner before being fouled on the possession. We'll see who they call this on, as it was both Casey Smith and Reagan Yamauchi in the corner who were around her, and Casey Smith will pick up her first foul and the first team foul for the Cardinals in this half, and also the first turnover for the Cardinals coming up as well. 7:40 to go. Pirates to inbound, lobbing a pass into the paint. It'll be Povey getting it to Cook. Bank shot up, misses everything. Rasmussen pulls down the rebound. It'll be her first rebound of the game, and a bounce pass up ahead for the Cardinals is going to keep them in possession of the basketball. They'll go over to Groning, near side McCullough at the top of the key. 7:23 to go, back to Groning on the left side. Pirates still in that 2-3 zone, running around the outside to keep the Cardinals from getting any easy layups. Myers takes it down low on the baseline, almost loses the ball, then throws the ball off of the head of Addie Cook. Unintentional, I'm sure, as Myers turns away automatically. Cook also looking like she's a little bit woozy right now after taking a ball to the dome. Mari Wade will check back into the game for the Pirates, and it'll be the Cardinals to inbound underneath their own basketball after it went out of bounds on West Side. Myers to do the inbounding, lobs a pass deep. McCullough comes near side. Yamauchi holds the ball for a moment, looks inside the paint before coming back up to McCullough. She goes far side Groning, inside Myers at the elbow, goes back up top to Cat. Holds the ball for a moment before feeding it near side into Rasmussen. Pump fakes, gets it into Myers. Far side, it's Groning for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Mari Wade for her first board of the game, and it'll be up ahead to Aston to bring it forward. Picks up her dribble as she crossed the timeline with 6:45 to go. Throws the ball away, gets it back on a rebound before trying to split another double team, and a blocking foul will be called on the Cardinals, trying to avoid giving it to her in the paint as Callie Groning picks up the foul. It'll be Callie's first foul. And after a minute and 21 seconds gone by, still nobody has scored here in the third quarter of play. Ball lobbed in. It'll be Krager. She drives to the right side, goes underneath the hoop, fires it near side to Wade, who can't handle the pass and loses it out of bounds for the first West Side turnover of the half. And a lot of the West Side turnovers have just been mental mistakes that have just not necessarily been there at the right time, as the Cardinals looking to take advantage of this one. It'll be McCullough, top of the key, looks to the near side as Schwanebelt tells her what play to run, goes over to Callie Groning, far side of the court. She stands outside the wing in front of the student section, the West Side of the Pirates, who's dancing around right now, trying to make a little bit of noise in what is a quiet gym defined by Matt Groning as a morgue here at the home of the Pirates, with the carpeted walls and the big sky. It'll be a shot put up by Rasmussen from the top of the key. Can't get it to go. Rebound pulled back up top as Groning pulled in the board for Soda Springs. It'll be Yamauchi near side, getting it over to the hands of McCullough. Trapped in the corner, passes one into the paint. Rasmussen kicks it up top. Groning for two, short. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Taylor Myers. And it'll be poked out of bounds off the Cardinals. Back over to West Side and the Pirates with 5 minutes and 49 seconds to go as Casey Smith checks back into the game for Cat. McCullough will take a seat on the bench. Ball lofted in. It'll be brought forward by Aston. She gets the ball back and comes up across the half-court stripe. Passes over to the right side. Mejia almost has it stripped away from her. Drives around, puts up a quick little fadeaway jumper. Can't get it to go, but Povey there for the offensive board, who lays it up and in. Abby Povey had yet to score, gets onto the board with her fourth rebound and first points. 21-15, a 6-point advantage for the Cardinals on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Callie Groning with the ball over on the right side wing. Takes a one dribble, comes up top of the key, spins to the free throw line, fires it to Smith, wide open left side for three. Don't even think about it. It's a dropped home shot. She's got 9 points on 3 triples, and coming back the other way, the Cardinals force a turnover. Smith underneath the basket, wide open, gets the layup to go for 5 straight points, and a timeout taken by West Side and the Pirates as the head coach of the Pirates wants to talk things over. We'll take a break here with them. After this, we'll be back on more on KBRV 800 The Bear, online at mylocalradio.com.
Here are a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of January 7th through the 13th. Grab yourself a T-bone or ribeye pork chop at $1.99 a pound. They have St. Louis-style spare ribs at $2.99 a pound. Don't forget about their 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef at $2.99 a pound. If you're looking for some fresh fruits, 6-ounce packages of raspberries or blackberries are just $2.99 each, and fresh whole pineapple is $2.99 each as well. That's some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of January 7th through the 13th in Soda Springs.
Welcome back out to the home of Soda Springs and the Cardinals, and with the score of 26-15, Soda Springs holding an 11-point advantage, their biggest of the game, with 5 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the third quarter. It's just about 8 o'clock here, and the Cardinals have definitely been having things go their way in this contest so far in a big District 5 matchup. I'll take this moment to remind you that if you want to follow everything Soda Springs, be sure to log on to Facebook and find us on Facebook at My Local Radio Soda Springs. And you will have all of our Coaches' Corners presented to you there, as well as links to games and news stories from around the area. Pirates with the inbounds pass, almost lose it. Addie Cook comes back to the near side, where Mari Wade will bounce one up ahead to Povey. Povey holds it on the left side wing before passing it to the Cook in the corner. She goes over into the lane and cooks up a basket as laid it up and in as Maddie Krieger underneath the hoop. She's got 6 points to go with her 5 boards, and the lead trimmed down to 9. Cardinals bring it up the court once again with Myers. She holds on the right side wing, has it poked out of her hands, avoids turning it over, gets the ball back in the front court, then does throw it away to Wade, and it'll be brought forward by Wade, but then she throws it away up ahead to Rasmussen, who throws it off the head of Myers, but the Cardinals will retain possession. Groning right there to hold on to it. Myers getting a little bit of karma into her back of her head after she hit Cook with the basketball earlier. It'll be Smith lobbing a pass near side. It'll be Yamauchi taking it in the corner as it's stripped out of her hands by Cook, thrown right into the hands of Krieger, and up the court again come the Pirates with a chance to run. Krieger goes right side, comes back up top of the key before finding Povey, flips it into the lane. Krieger thought about the shot, pump fakes, goes into the lane, blocked out of bounds. No, they're going to call a foul. Taylor Myers trying to go up on the bigger Krieger is going to pick up her third foul, and that should be free throws coming up for Maddie, as she has yet to attempt any. West Side is 1 for 2. Only 2 free throws have been taken in the game so far, both of those belonging to the Pirates. First free throw for Krieger, no good, off the front of the rim as it kicks off to the far side. 4 minutes on the dot to go here, third quarter of play, 26-17. Soda Springs on top by 9. They've led by as many as 11. Second free throw by Krieger, up, that bottoms out. 1 for 2 on the trip. Pirates go to 2 for 4 on the game, and Hilda will bring it up with an 8-point advantage, 18-26. And it'll be Smith taking the basketball to the left side, trying to work her way against Wade. Phillips into the corner. Back over to Smith, open from deep, puts up a triple. She thought about it. Give her fourth of the game. She's on fire from outside. Give her 14 points as well. 29-18. Cardinals match their biggest lead of the game. Povey trapped in the backcourt, fires one to Wade to bring it up the near side. Mari calls all the way up, goes into the paint, bounces it near side to Krieger, who has to pull it back up top to Aston. She launches up a deuce from just inside the line. Rebound down onto the floor, pulled in by Povey, as neither Rasmussen or Belknap could get to it, and Povey is hacked on her shot as she drives through, steps into the foul, and it's going to be a chance now as the foul goes on Rasmussen, her second. 2 coming up at the line for Abby on the second chance opportunity. Pair of Cardinals had an easy chance to get that rebound, but they just did not come close to hustling towards it. First free throw is going to be missed by Abby Povey as it circles the rim and drops off on the right side. One more coming up for the senior post. We talked to in the pregame show has taken a lot of the responsibility after her sister Darcy was hurt earlier this year in a volleyball game, tearing her ACL. 19-29, second free throw drops home good. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Casey Smith with the ball, walks to her right side, pulls it back to her left, back to her right. Tries to cross over, gives it to Groning, top of the key, steps into a triple, tries to bank it in, off the back iron, no good. Rebound goes to Yamauchi. They'll find Smith on the near side, no, poked out of bounds, and it will remain Cardinals ball on the second opportunity, as into the game for Westside the Pirates is going to be Brianna Lind, and Aston will take a seat on the bench. Smith inbounds the ball, up ahead to Groning, walks to her left, centers herself, top of the key before walking it back near the logo. 2:55 to go, time winding down here for the Pirates who trail in this game. A ball almost picked away, but as Groning takes it back, goes to her left, gives up to Smith. She'll flight one down into the paint. Shot there from the far side of the paint on the right side is going to be pulled in and missed by Rasmussen. Rebound is going to be grabbed by Jessie Belknap, though, and she's going to be fouled on the rebound attempt as Lind will pick up her first foul. Third foul of the team in the game and first of the quarter for Westside and the Pirates. Yamauchi to inbound, finds Rasmussen. She fires one up top to Groning. Looks inside at a flashing Rasmussen. They'll come near side to Belknap. Down low. Rasmussen goes up top to Groning. Far side Smith. Good ball moved by the Cardinals. Finds Yamauchi open left side. Can't get the shot to drop from the corner where she was open from about 16 feet, and it'll be brought back forward by Povey. She gives end of the lane to Cook. Ball flipped outside off with the foot of Callie Groning and out of bounds. Back into the hands of the Pirates. 2:19 to go in a double-digit lead for the Cardinals as Kat McCullough will check back into the game. Casey Smith, the sophomore, is heated up from the outside, taking a seat on the bench. Cook to lob, this pass in, goes into the hands of Krieger. Underneath pass through the backside is going to be thrown through the paint into Cook, who travels with it and turns it back over to the Cardinals. The fourth turnover of the quarter, which has been a huge improvement for the Pirates from what they've done so far on the night. Cardinals will inbound, and it'll be McCullough to bring the ball forward. Crosses the logo at center court with 2:11 to go. Walks to the right side, bounces one over to Groning. Holds the ball for a moment, tries to go to her left, being hounded there by Cook. The defense extending deep, man-to-man defense being played now by the Pirates as they switch out of their zone. not liking what they were seeing with it. Groning spins to her right, gets some separation into the lane, has the ball stripped away, gets it back, throws it outside. Yamauchi finds the ball in the corner, gets it to Rasmussen, who has it stripped through her hands into McCullough. Top of the key, Cat backs it up. Comes back over to the right side wing, tries to drive in, guarded there by Mari Wade, picks up her dribble before bouncing it to Belknap outside the top of the key. Jessie comes near side to McCullough. She'll walk top of the key herself, goes to the left side wing, working left to right on your radio dial are the Cardinals as McCullough picks up her dribble, fires the pass over to the far side with Rasmussen, battles to get it back from Povey and gives it up top to Belknap. A minute and 21 to go, 1 minute gone off the clock as the Cardinals really milking it down right now with a solid 10-point advantage. McCullough walks to her left, swirls it back around to her right, throws one to Groning, almost picked off by the Pirates. Rasmussen saves it from going into the white jersey's hands, and McCullough will find it into her hands on the left side of the top of the key. Feeds it back to Groning. Pirates continuing to shuffle around on the outside, and that man defense being played as they'll be Groning finding herself open, launches a deuce from 18 feet, can't get it to go, tracks down the rebound in the corner, finds Yamauchi under the paint, who fires up a shot herself, finds a way to get it to go. Reagan with her 4th point of the game after Callie Groning got a beautiful basket. Yamauchi with the steal back the other way, fouled as she heads into the lane. Maddie Krieger, I believe, is going to pick this one up. It'll be her first foul, team second, and sends Reagan to the stripe for a pair of free throws. 5th turnover of the quarter for the Pirates. And Yamauchi a chance to build on the lead for Soda Springs. Another update from what's going on over at the home of the Cardinals. We'll get that after this free throw is missed by Yamauchi. Snake River builds their lead to 4 by the end of the third quarter, 26-22 over Soda Springs and the Cardinals. Here, 31-19, 39.7 seconds to go as Reagan has one more free throw. The freshman steps up to the line, goes through her routine, 3 dribbles, and fires the shot up as that is missed off the side as well. 0 for 2 on the trip. Ball brought up by Brianna Lynn. Picks up her dribble as she crosses half court, throws the ball away. It'll be a backcourt violation. The Cardinals forcing another turnover to the Pirates with 32 seconds to go. Tawny Barf is checking into the game for the Cardinals. Also, Ariana Finlayson will check into the game as well. Pass lofted in. Cardinals will take it with Kat McCullough on the point. She goes right side to Finlayson. Finlayson gives back to McCullough. Stands top of the key, looks over to her far side where she gets it to White. White back to McCullough, near side Finlayson. Goes into the paint, no, she looked into the paint for a moment. Finlayson tries to drive in, pulls out her dribble, finds Belknap on the right side corner. Jessie flops the pass up to the top, and 10 seconds on the clock as White drives in, has a shot blocked away, and a bumping foul is going to be called on the Cardinals. Back the other way, that goes on Alexa White. Will be Alexa's first, the team 5th with 6.2 seconds left to go, and the Cardinals still with that 12-point lead, biggest of the game. Ball to be brought forward by by Mejia. She fights it up ahead to Povey, launches up a deuce from deep with time winding down, can't get it to go, and it goes to the 4th quarter with the Cardinals in front big over Westside and the Pirates, 31-19 on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Back with more after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today. 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Soda Springs with a big lead on Westside and the Pirates, 31-19. They lead right now with 8 minutes to go in this game. Over another scoring update from the home of the Cardinals as the boys taking on Snake River. It's a 26-22 game right now. Snake River up by 4 entering the 4th quarter, the last update that I received. 31-19 again. Pirates to inbound the basketball to start the 4th. Mejia will take the point, comes up the left side. Over to the top of the key, comes into the hands of Lynn, back into Mejia's hands, down low to Krieger. She turns around, fights up a shot. Good defense played by the Cardinals as Belknap pulls down the rebound hard off the backboard, and Soto will bring it back forward once again. All bench players on the court for the Cardinals as they come out here in the quarter, and the ball is almost turned over, but a backcourt violation is going to be whistled on Soda Springs. It looked like the Pirates tipped that one into the backcourt, but it will be a turnover to the Cardinals to start out the fourth quarter on their first possession, giving them their 12th turnover of the game. West side will go into the lane. Mejia launches up a deuce, steps into it, gets it to go from the free throw line, and that's her 4th point of the game, cuts it to a 10-point lead. Ariana Finlayson with the ball, far side track, tries to dribble her way through. The senior now launches a pass deep to the near side, and a whistle is going to blow as a timeout was taken by the Cardinals. As they're going to say that he called that Wade Schwanevelt called the timeout before the pass came out of the hands on the far side of Ariana Finlayson, and Soto will get a little bit of a break here as they will have a chance to talk things over. We'll take a quick timeout as well on KBRV 800 The Bear, online at mylocalradio.com.
The holiday season is a time for honoring old traditions as well as creating new ones. Whether your traditions include good meals around the dining room table or lazy days watching the game, Sanders Furniture will help you make it more enjoyable. With brands like Maytag, Whirlpool, and Lazy Boy, they have furniture and appliances for every room in your home. Take advantage of the great selections and the even better prices. Sanders Furniture, 148 South Main in Soda Springs.
Cardinals break the timeout huddle, as do the Pirates, with 7 minutes and 17 seconds to go, 31-21. And it'll be Myers to inbound the basketball to Casey Smith as the Cardinals get their starters back out into the game to wrap this one up. Browning trapped on the near side corner, almost loses her dribble, gets it back on the far side, tracks it down, goes all the way to the far side corner. Casey Smith will loft the pass into Rasmussen's hand. She goes back to Groning on the left side, over to Smith, back to Groning. Two of them playing catch with each other on the far side of the court as Groning now is going to be fouled, hitting the deck on the far side, and that one goes on Abby Povey. It'll be her first foul of the game. 31-21, 6 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Myers to inbound the ball, launches it over into the hands of Smith, who will walk it towards the top of the key, picks up her dribble, skips it near side to Reagan Yamauchi. Reagan back over into the hands of Rasmussen. Cardinals still keeping it outside of the post as they launch a pass picked off by Lynn. Still trying to go coast to coast, has it poked out of her hands. Cardinals, great play on that side by Casey Smith to avoid giving up the easy bucket. And it will be the Pirates to inbound from underneath their own basket. 6:39 to go. Ball passed in. It'll be Cook launching up a deuce off the back iron. Rebound pulled in underneath the basket by Callie Groning, who goes down to her knees, and a jump ball is going to be called with the Cardinals in favor on the possession arrow as Groning picks up her 5th rebound of the game with that. 6 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Smith to bring this one forward. Walks her way across the timeline, comes across and goes to her left. Catches a screen from Yamauchi as Smith bounces into the hands of Rasmus in the corner. Back to Yamauchi. She'll lose the ball. Last touch by Lind, who picks it up, goes across the lane to Cook, who puts up a layup short off the bottom of the rim. Yamauchi pulls down a rebound of her own. She'll run the ball up the court to Myers, who goes up for the shot. Fouled in the body by Abby Povey, despite the boos from the crowd. And it will send Myers to the stripe for a pair of free throws, her first chance to score tonight. 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go here, fourth quarter, in a tight affair for these two teams. As the West Side Pirates down by 10, but showing some extra energy here as the air ball on the first free throw by Myers will have one more coming up for her. Taylor toes the line once again. Takes the breath, puts up the shot. That one is high into the air, off the backboard. No good, tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Cardinals as Yamauchi went in and fought the trees of Cook and Povey for the ball, and it ends up being off her fingertips. 6:09 to go. Ball inbounded once again, and it'll be brought forward by Addie Cook. She crossed the timeline, comes near side to Abby Povey. Looks to try and fight her way around before bouncing it to Lind. Brianna goes right side before giving it off to Mari Wade. Mari goes right side, bounces the pass into the corner. Povey puts up a shot, fouled on the play as Taylor Myers is going to end up picking up her 4th foul of the game. That's bad news for the Cardinals as she is one away from fouling out with 6 minutes left to go here in this contest, and it sends Abby Povey to the line where she is 1 for 2 tonight. First free throw of these off the back iron, no good. One more coming up for the senior post. Takes a dribble, crouches low, puts this one up, and that is no good as well. Off the side of the rim, Groning gets her 6th board of the game to lead all Cardinals and brings it up herself. The senior goes to the left, hands the ball off to Smith near the half-court line. She'll pump fake, goes to her right, avoids the trap as she gets it to collapse on her before bouncing it over into the hands of Myers. Myers gets it back to Smith. Trap approaches her. She avoids giving into the trap. Now Trap comes from the backside and poked away by Cook. Pass lofted ahead to Cook. She'll drive baseline, puts up a shot, misses it badly off the back of the rim, and a rebound pulled in by Reagan Yamauchi is going to have a jump ball called, and the Pirates will take it over. So West Side approaching the basketball and really being aggressive, trying to force the issue as Abby Povey will come onto the bench and take a seat. Andy Geddes checks into the game for her. To lob the ball in is going to be Cook. She'll bounce this one forward. It'll be poked outside by the Cardinals and back into the hands of Lynn. She finds the near side to Geddes. The senior fives her way down before coming out to the left side, driving into the paint. Cook through the lane, throws it away, back over to the Cardinals. First turnover of the quarter for the Pirates. And with 5:14 left, the Cardinals still holding on to that 10-point advantage will get another chance to bring the ball forward. They still have yet to score in this fourth quarter. Yamauchi to bring the ball forward as Wade calls out the play to the Cardinals once again. Yamauchi comes near side, catches a screen, goes over to the near side, and passes it off to Smith in the corner for three. Off the back iron, no good. Yamauchi right there for the board, steps in, puts up a shot off the side of the rim. That's no good. This time the Pirates launch one deep in, and it's going to be finally corralled on the near side by Mari Wade as they had a good long struggle to try and corral that ball. Pass into the lane, picked off by the Cardinals. Almost no, saved back to Cook on the right block. She flips it outside to Wade, who goes up top to Lynn. Inside, Cook turns around, puts up a quick jumper, rolls around the rim, no good. Shot up on the near side after Geddes gets the offensive board. She lays it in and one for the foul, and she's got a chance at a three-point play. Foul goes on Kirsten Rasmussen. It's her third. 31-23 with 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Westside climbing their way back into this game. Geddes, a left-handed free throw shooter, puts it up, and that is no good with Groning pulling in yet another rebound for her seventh. Callie will jog it forward, 4.5 to go. Looks over to her left, cuts across, avoids the trap, and is going to lose the dribble, though, as Geddes picks up the loose ball on the ground, gives it off back to Groning as she steals it, blocked at their way to the net, as she is going to give it back into the hands of Cook, who picks up the rebound, and back up court come the Pirates, who turn it back into lane themselves. Groning avoids turning it over in the backcourt, and she'll slow the pace down well to the crawl as she's going to bring it forward. Gives up ahead to Yamauchi to cross the timeline with 4 minutes to go. Halfway through the fourth, ball passed over to Groning, far side Smith. Pacey holds the ball for a moment, steps into the trap, and now gives up top to Groning to avoid giving the ball up. 10 seconds have gone by, 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Cardinals up by 8, 31-23. Ball loose on the ground. Groning crawls her way to the basketball to save it. Back over to Yamauchi, drives in, steps up a shot, can't get it to go, puts up another one, and fouled on the second attempt. And will step to the line after getting another rebound. Reagan gets her 6th rebound of the game, and the foul is going to be whistled onto. We'll see who they get it onto. As Yamauchi will step to the line for a pair. They're going to call the foul on Krieger. And the first free throw for Yamauchi off the front of the rim and no good. Cardinals 0 for 5 from the line so far. 3:33 to go as subs come in for the Pirates. Krieger comes out, as well as does Wade and Cook, with backups into the game except for Povey, as Mejia also checks back out, as does Aston. Yamauchi with one more free throw coming up. Threes across the board, and the Cardinals will make the shot with the threes on the board as Yamauchi gets the first free throw of the game for the Cardinals to drop through. They're 1 for 6 now at the line. Full court pressure being applied by Soda. 9-point lead, 32-23 with 3.5 to go. Ball brought up by Mejia, passes off the foot of Smith, and it will remain Pirates basketball on the far side. Mejia to do the inbounding once again. No, excuse me, Aston's going to inbound as she replaces her on the sideline. She'll give it off to Mejia. Brings it across the timeline, goes to the left side, tries to drive into lane, kicks the ball back out to Aston, throws over to her right side, loses her dribble, floats a pass to the wing where Mejia pump fakes, gets the ball back into the hands of Lynn, top of the key. Aston goes down low. Povey with a dribble, drives inside, puts up a shot, blocked away by Rasmussen, puts up another shot as she can't get that one to go, gets another rebound. Aston up top of the free throw line, drops home the deuce on the pair of rebounds by Abby Povey, and Soda Springs watches as Aston gets the game back down to a 7-point lead, 25-32. The Pirates trying to climb back in with 3 minutes to go, and an offensive foul is going to be called on the Cardinals for another turnover. 5th of the quarter, Casey Smith setting an illegal screen, and it's going to be the Pirates to bring it forward once again on another turnover for the Cardinals, their 16th of the game. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. 4th quarter of play. Mejia to bring it forward. Bounce pass off the foot of McCullough, and McCullough is going to be draped all over Aston, and no choice for the officials except to call the foul. First on McCullough, and the 9th team foul on the Cardinals will send Aston to the line for 1-1. McKenzie will step up to the line, toes it with the right foot, right-handed free throw shooter with the blue shoes. First free throw, no good. Rebound, back into the hands of Aston, drives into lane, and her second shot is no good. Jump ball is going to be called, and the Cardinals will keep possession as Rasmussen gets the rebound and will get her second rebound of the game. Subs in for the Cardinals. Alexa White checks back out onto the court, as does Taylor Myers. Small lineup for the Cardinals. Rasmussen, the biggest player on the court, is their post. McCullough tries to spin her way around, using her body to defend the basketball. Goes back over to Rasmussen. Near side, McCullough picks up her dribble, goes back to Rasmussen. Kirsten flips it to Grani, goes back to Alexa White, and White is going to be called for Lind is going to foul. Brianna picks up her second as she forces White into what would have been a travel, and it will remain Cardinals ball on the near sideline after Lynn picked up her second 16th foul with 2 minutes and 24 seconds to go. Cardinals still up by 7, 25-32. It'll be McCullough to bring the ball forward. Goes left side, screen set there by Myers. Myers sets another one. McCullough avoids the travel, gets it underneath, and Strawning is blocked away by Povey underneath the hoop. Krieger gets the basketball on the rebound and flips it near side where it'll be Wade to bring it forward. Mari comes up the left side, pulls her dribble out before losing the ball, picked up by the Cardinals. Grani to spin her way forward, spits into the lane, and will pull it back outside on the third turnover of the quarter by the Pirates. Grani to the near side, steps into the lane, goes all the way to the hoop, lays it up off the backboard, blocked away. Rebound to Krieger, she drops to the deck, and a travel is going to be whistled underneath the basket as Krieger hit the deck and shuffled her feet for another turnover by the Pirates after Krieger picked up her 7th board of the game. A minute and 48 to go. Things getting tight for the Pirates as they try to climb their way back in, down by 7. Myers launches a pass deep to White. She goes near side to Groning. Inside, Myers flashed open in the post. Callie will move back around near the top of the key. Looks to spin to her left, catches a screen. McCullough sets that one and frees Groning open for a moment. Callie comes back to the near side. Triple teamed at the top of the key, and a foul's going to be called as Povey draped herself all over the head of Groning. Abby picks up her 3rd foul and will send Callie to the line for 1-1 free throws. 1 minute and 34 seconds to go, and big free throws for Groning here to try and close this game out for Soda Springs. They're 1 for 6 at the line so far. Only make goes to Reagan Yamauchi, who's 1 for 4. First free throw by Groning, up and good. Big one there, 4 points for Callie in the game now. Earns a second chance at the line, and the Cardinals move to 2 for 7. One more free throw here, 33-25. Minute and 34 left to go as Groning toes the line. Right-handed shooter, a senior leader and captain on this team. Free throw up and good. Give her 5 points in the game now, 2 for 2, and bigger free throws couldn't have been made. Pirates to bring it forward. Almost lose the ball. Wade comes near side. Krieger up for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Pirates. They're going to say Cook poked it out of the hands of Myers, and it will remain Soda ball to do the inbounding once again with a minute and 25 to go. 9-point differential, 25-34. Cardinals up in this game. Myers to inbound, launches one deep finally, and it's going to be picked off by the Pirates and Krieger, as that is the 6th turnover of the quarter. Defensive pressure for the Pirates has intensified, but so have their mistakes, as Krieger throws it away over the head on the near sideline of Brianna Lind, and it goes back to the Cardinals with another turnover from West Side and the Pirates. A minute and 18 seconds to go. 25-34. Smith to do the inbounding on the near sideline. Cardinals working left to right. Pass in to Callie Groning. Will bring it up the near sideline. Goes all the way towards the hoop and then pulls it out. Smart move by Callie to try and milk some more clock off. The clock is your worst enemy right now if you're the Cardinals. As Callie has the ball stripped away from her by Lind. Throws the ball off of Reagan Yamauchi, and it remains in the hands of the Pirates after the 7th turnover in the quarter for Soda Springs and the Cardinals. We have a final 41-30. Snake River taking down Soda Springs and the Cardinals to move them to 7-5. But right now, still stuff to be decided here as the Pirates turn it over in their own right on the far sideline, as several Cardinals hitting the deck in the corner on the inbounds pass. Another turnover to the Pirates is their 6th of the quarter and their 30th of the game, as it'll be Groning to inbound. Looks inside, finds Yamauchi. She'll bring it up the court. Reagan holds off the defense of Cook before spinning towards the near side. Finds Groning near the top of the key. 53 seconds to go in a 9-point game. Callie comes near side, holds onto her dribble. Now looks underneath, and a foul is going to be called. No, a timeout's going to be taken on the near sideline by Wade Squanneveld to talk things over. We'll keep it right here on this one, depending on whether it's a full or a 30. It's a 30 seconds, so we will hold on to it right here. We'll remind you that this game brought to you by Caribou Memorial Hospital, where you will find a qualified, happy, and fun staff working with doctors who have a real interest in your well-being. They also have a large network of specialists and surgeons working in state-of-the-art surgical facilities and feature on-site rehabilitation services to ensure you have a comfortable and timely recovery. Caribou Memorial Hospital, Living Center, and clinics at 300 South, 3rd West in Soda Springs. Again, the final score from the West Snake River Cardinals game, 31-40, the Cardinals falling to the Snake River Panthers at home, as the Cardinals drop their 5th contest of the year, all to 3A schools. Cardinals to inbound here with 46 seconds left to go. Yamauchi gets the inbounds pass, dribbles through some traffic, goes to the left side, flips a pass back to Rasmussen, who's going to be fouled on the far side by Abby Povey, who is going to pick up her 4th of the game. 8th team foul will send Rasmussen to line to try and get 1-and-1 free throws here. 40.2 seconds to go. Kirsten steps up to the stripe. First free throw, no good, to the near side. Rebound tracked down by Lind. Picks up her dribble and bounces one up ahead to Cook. Cook will fire it up forward even further. Wade will get it to Krieger, whose toe is on the line, turning it back over once again into the hands of the Cardinals for the 31st time tonight. Pirates defending the inbounds pass. We'll watch the Cardinals sub Callie Groning back into the game. Taylor Myers taking a seat on the bench for a better free throw shooter out there to take the point. McCullough gets the inbounds pass, tries to come up the near sideline, now comes up the middle of the court with that 9-point lead still in favor of the Cardinals. Far side, Groning holds it on the wing, dribbles it out near half court before coming to the near sideline. All the way around, has a ball poked out of her hands. It will remain Soda basketball on the near sideline with 18.6 seconds left to go. Cardinals icing away a victory here to move to 3-0 in district play with a 9-point lead. Ball passed in. Groning picks it up in the front court. She's going to be trapped, and a jump ball will be whistled on the near sideline, and the Pirates will get the basketball on a turnover. The 8th of the quarter and 19th of the game. 14.9 seconds left to go, and another inbounds play will go to Cook. She dribbles it off her foot, and it goes out of bounds to the Cardinals. No, they're going to say it's off of the Pirates. Or they're going to say it's off the Cardinals, I should say. Pirates to inbound once again with 11.6 seconds left to go. Ball passed in. It'll be Krieger. Turns around. Blocked into the air by Groning. She pulls down the rebound, and a jump ball is going to be called with the Cardinals taking possession. Callie with her 8th rebound of the game, and with 7.1 seconds left to go, the Soda Springs Cardinals are going to walk out of West Side with a big, hard-fought victory, 34-25. Groning to inbound the ball, bounces it over to McCullough. She loses the ball herself, poked out of bounds by Cook, and with 5.2 seconds to go, the Cardinals have another chance to inbound the ball. Groning stands on the baseline, looks in, swats the ball, passes it over into the hands of McCullough. She'll stand in the backcourt, dribbles through some traffic, avoids getting fouled, and the buzzer will sound. Soda Springs clears it out with a 34-25 win over Westside, and the Pirates will take a break here. Come back with our post-game recap on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Hey, America. We need to have a little talk. We've got a lot of food in this country. We've got so much food that we can't eat it all. So how are 17 million kids in America struggling with hunger? That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and gets it to hungry kids who need it. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Here are a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of January 7th through the 13th. Grab yourself a T-bone or ribeye pork chop at $1.99 a pound. They have St. Louis-style spare ribs at $2.99 a pound. Don't forget about their 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef at $2.99 a pound. If you're looking for some fresh fruits, 6-ounce packages of raspberries or blackberries are just $2.99 each, and fresh whole pineapple is $2.99 each as well. That's some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of January 7th through the 13th. In Soda Springs.
This is a test to find out if you know it all when it comes to children. Name one of the leading killers of U.S. children age 1 to 13. What's the best way to protect children in a car crash? At what age and size should a child start using a booster seat?
Don't assume you know it all when it comes to car seats for your child. Go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat and know for sure. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to the home of the Westside Pirates as the Soda Springs Cardinals closing out their game with a 34-25 victory over the Pirates to move to 3-0 in District 5 play and get their 10th victory of the season and move themselves into the number 1 spot in the District 5 standings. Let's take a look at how we got to this point. First of all, we'll take a look at our shot of the game, brought to you by ANC Embroidery, in the business of making your business or team look good. 208-604-1775. That's the number to call. And if you want to be able to get your best screen printing and embroidering, and the shot of the game has to go to a Kirsten Rasmussen fadeaway bank shot down low in the post in the second half of play that really started to give the Cardinals some momentum and helped them to break free of the Pirates in that second quarter to help them build that 8-point lead. By the time they moved into the halftime break, they would end up with a 9-point victory. So a big shot there in momentum. Honorable mention goes to the 3 triples dropped home by Casey Smith. Her 14 points, a huge effort in helping the Cardinals come away with the victory here tonight as well. Now take a look at the final numbers for this game. First for the Pirates, Maddie Krieger with 7 points and 7 rebounds to lead her team, as Abby Povey came up next in rebounds, 3 points and 8 rebounds as well. 4 points and 2 rebounds for Josie Mejia, 4 points and 1 rebound for Mari Wade, 2 points and 1 rebound for Kinsey Aston. Brianna Lind had 0 points and 3 rebounds, 3 points and 1 rebound for Andy Geddes, and Andy Cook had 2 points and 4 rebounds as well. The Pirates went 3 for 10 from the free throw line and had 27 rebounds as a team, and saw a 31 turnover night for the Pirates compared to 19 for Soda Springs and the Cardinals. For Soda Springs, Casey Smith led the way, the only player in double figures, 14 points, no rebounds for the sophomore. Callie Groning led the way in the rebounding category, which is odd for the 5'7" senior. 5 points and 8 rebounds for her in the game as she was scrappy and finding a way into the paint. Other scorers include Reagan Yamauchi with 5 points and 6 rebounds, 4 points and no boards for Kat McCullough, 0 points and 1 rebound for Taylor Myers, 0 points and 2 rebounds for Jessie Belknap, 0 points and 1 board for Tawny Barfus, and 6 points and 2 rebounds for Kirsten Rasmussen. 20 total rebounds for the Cardinals. They ended up going 3 for 9 from the free throw line in tonight's game. So a very poor performance from the line that they might have to work on moving forward. but they end up closing out the victory here once again 34-25 over Westside and the Pirates in their first game of the season. They'll have one more matchup later on this year. These two teams will, and that one will be a big one as the Soda Springs Cardinals have a chance to lock up that number 1 seed, possibly, depending on how they play against some of the other teams in the district. We'll take a break, come back on the other side with our sports update. We'll talk with Brent Erickson from the Soda Springs boys basketball team. We caught up with him after the game last night against American Falls. They got a loss tonight against Snake River. We'll give you more on that when we come back here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go fish, Dad.
Oh, come on. This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Welcome back here into the post-game show. Dodgeball taking place on the court in front of you for those of you still watching at mylocalradio.com as an after-game dodgeball affair for the West Side student body, as well as some of the fans in the stands, is the elder Yamauchi out there on the court for the Cardinals, as he's getting in a couple of throws right now in the game and getting his legs and arms stretched out here. Fun to watch as the two sides take part in that. Let's take a look at our sports update. Brent Erickson had a chance to talk with us after the game last night when the Cardinals won against the American Falls Beavers in a 76-26 drubbing. They lost tonight 40-31 to Snake River. Let's hear what Brent Erickson has to say about the way the Cardinals are coming around as a team. Welcome back out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals. They come away with a huge victory over American Falls and the Beavers, as they will end up walking into this one with a 76-26 victory. And Brent, we'll talk to you first about this one, and you got to be happy with the way the team went out there on the court tonight. And not only did they win the game, not only did they win it by bigger than last time that they played, but they also were able to continue the dominance that they played throughout the game.
Well, I think the way we played defense in the first quarter and contested a lot of shots. I don't know how many block shots we had in that first quarter, but, you know, that's got to demoralize a team like American Falls. Then the kids, you know, American Falls, they start having no confidence, just kind of throwing it up there because they're so worried about getting it blocked. And I think that's what set the tone for this game is in the first quarter, you know, Tanner Myers, Will Sims, I think Henry Workman. It just really frustrated the American Falls players.
I think the other thing that impressed me really in this game was even any team needs to go in there and rebound well in a game. You guys had 31 rebounds in the half. I'm still counting up how many you had total in the game, but you really shut them down. American Falls has a little bit of size out there on the court. It's not like they're a small team running onto the court. They ended up only with, I believe, 20 or 25 rebounds in the total game, so easily doubling up the amount of rebounds. How much does that say about the team and what they want to do on the court?
Well, that's got to be a really good thing for us. I mean, we've always been a good rebounding team, but the kids are starting to understand when the shot goes up to put themselves in a position to get that rebound. And I think we've improved over the season with that. And as this season, you know, as we continue into the season, that's the thing that's going to frustrate the teams that play us, because we're a very athletic team, and like I've said before, we got some kids that got some great legs on them.
Tanner Myers still rejected once again, twice against American Falls by the rim, not letting him get down that first dunk of the year for himself. Still looking for him to get that first one. The other thing I like to see in this game, and we'll finish up this interview on this one, is this game, not really a whole lot to talk about out there on the court necessarily on how these guys played. How big is it after coming off of the Parma losses in those last two games to get a solid win like this against a team and do what you're supposed to do against a team that's struggling along on the season? How big is that going into your game tomorrow night against Snake River?
Well, you always worry that the kids, we beat them by 30 plus in American Falls. You think the kids think, all we got to do is lace up our shoes, and I like the way the kids approach this game. We continue to put pressure defensively, and we're looking now, big, emphasizing to go inside. You look at the play of Will Sims. He is picking it up, and we continue to improve on those kind of things, inside-out game. We hit some threes tonight. We're going to be a very, very tough team to play against when it comes to district play.
Absolutely, I can agree with you 100% on that. We'll wrap it up here with our final plays of the game. Shot of the game, I don't think it can be anything but that Kyle Olson drive into the lane where he did a little dip-de-doo in the up and under to get the layup to go. That's brought to you by Gem Valley Surveyors. For your survey needs, call Wade at 208-425-9035. And the play of the game, honestly, I'm blanking on what I had as what it was. I think it was a little give and go. It was that give and go by Hiram Brown underneath the basket. Again, to Kyle Olson, I believe, was the man who received the pass on an easy layup as three players converged on Hiram Brown and a nice little drop into the basket. That brought to you by Trail Canyon Lodge Bed and Breakfast in Soda Springs.
Oh, and you see plays like, first play, that play by Kyle Olson, that was a pretty nice move. He actually practices that. And then the give and go, that's what Coach Bergholm emphasized, team basketball, and make your teammates better, and that's what Hiram did there with Kyle.
That was assistant coach Brent Erickson in our post-game show from last night. Soda Springs boys again falling tonight to Snake River 40-31 in a tight contest there. Final score of this game was again 25-34. We have one break, and then we'll take a look ahead at what's coming up next on our broadcast schedule on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today. 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to.
Then what you're going to do is turn onto
Marcy
Avenue
just broke up
and go past the first
apparently
3
she's
lights
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
then
think
drive 5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
One stop and get everything on your list. Gas, groceries, fresh deli items, lottery tickets, and all your fish and game licenses. Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs is locally owned and open 7 days a week. You can check the daily lunch specials every Monday through Friday on the Patterson Quick Stop Facebook page. When you need it quick, get it at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs, 111 North Hooper. Go Cardinals!
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
You just need FeedThePig.org. Don't get left behind. Get tips and tools at FeedThePig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to Westside and the home of the Pirates as we take a look at what all is going on in the upcoming schedule after the Cardinals get a win here tonight. 34-25 over the Pirates to move to 3-0 in District 5 play. And coming up next, we're going to be on the air tomorrow night as the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals will be taking on the Snake River Panthers, a 6:40 opening pregame show and a 7 o'clock opening tip on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. Also going on tomorrow, don't forget that the Bear Lake Wrestling Tournament will be on, so if you don't want to watch the girls game tomorrow, be sure to head over to the Bear Lake Wrestling Tournament as the Soda Springs Cardinal wrestlers will be taking part in that one and enjoying what exactly is going to be a very, very good matchup for them there as they look to prepare for the state tournament moving forward. Also going on tomorrow night, North Gem girls and boys basketball will be at Clark County in a big matchup for them in their league play. And up next, we'll be on air after that on the 13th with Soda Springs girls basketball taking on Aberdeen in a big matchup for them. That's a look at what's coming up next. I want to thank you all for listening into the Cardinal postgame show. The proceeding has been a sports production and sports broadcast of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting. No portion of this can be rebroadcast or used or rebroadcast without express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Tonight's executive producer is Val Cook. I'd also like to thank our sales team as well as our office manager Kim Miller and general manager Warren Cook. Thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in as well. Once again, our final score tonight, 34-25. Soda Springs comes away with a big win in District 5 play. For tonight's videographer Darby Seipert, I'm Caleb Berggraf. Let's go Cardinals. Let's go Caribou County.
We hope you have enjoyed this presentation of Caribou County basketball on KBRV The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. Visit our website for a full schedule of upcoming games and for recaps of every game we've covered this year. Until next time we take to the air with Caribou County Sports, goodbye and good night.